Hello, hello, hello. It's Jodi for your financial February money minute. Today is day 8 and it's February 8th. Isn't that cool? Um, if you guys haven't joined, just so you know, we have Financial Freedom with God. It's a free community. And if you guys because I'm streaming into YouTube and into my personal page as well. So if you go in there, you'll see all of them lined up really cool. And then actually, I did a Financial Freedom with God workshop that is still in there. It was 3 days and it's still in there to review. So let me just make sure you guys can all hear me. Okay, let's try this again. It's still in there to review. All right, you guys can hear me. This is awesome. Um, so okay. So all right. Today, if you guys have not been following, today we are I'm calling these if you're seeing this for the first time, and if it's on my page that says Jodi Lewis Gambini, super appreciate you to share it because you never know who might enjoy hearing it. Same thing if you're over on YouTube. If there's somebody that would benefit from, I'm going to be doing. If you don't know, I have been in the financial industry from the banking side to wealth management to full-time financial advisor, financial planner, and established two businesses, a financial planning and investing business. And then I also established Connecting the Dots, which you'll see right up there. It is coaching and consulting. And I also do speaking and events and things, but I focus on helping people with money, with financial, with entrepreneurs, which I've worked with entrepreneurs pretty much my whole career. And so that's kind of a unique thing I have is seeing thousands and thousands of different people going for their God-sized dream, and the ones that work and the ones that don't. But today I was going to give a couple of money tips and a couple of cool things. I actually, for those of you that are Christians and fast in any way, I know Lent is coming up. So some people actually even do something for the Lent and Easter season, or like I'm just ending one. And sometimes I've had two friends recently share with me that God put on their heart to do a spending fast. And I used to do something like this with my clients. I actually would call it a cash diet. And it really just means if you notice that you know everything is electronically now. You can just hit your Google Pay, you can hit this, you can hit that, and a lot of times you're not tracking everything and you're like, whoa, I'm not even sure what I'm spending. So of course, like the regular things that are going to come out every month, um like the PG&E, and I give you guys an assignment a couple of like 3 days ago, I think, around making sure you're going through your bank statements and also checking like any of your utilities, any of your things. I just talked to my mom and my husband. I think all the bills came at the same time or something. My mom doesn't even live, she lives 3 hours north from me, but both of our PG&E is in California went up again. So it's important to know these little things that go up. But for those extracurricular things like, going and getting a Starbucks, going out for lunch, even going and getting your groceries, um, really, so there's two parts to it. You can do one of two things. You can say, okay, I'm going to be really limited. I'm not going to spend, and you can write out the things you don't want to spend for maybe a month, all the extra things. Like, okay, I'm not going to go out to eat. I'm not going to go, you know, to my coffees. I'm not going to go here. I'm not going to go there. Like you could just write a list of some things that you're not going to get besides the groceries and the basic things that are needs and see what happens. One of my friends that she was just sharing with me the success that came from it. And it always happens this way. As I've worked with people over and over and over, I always normally see kind of success like this. Sorry, it's always that time where it starts to get a little darker here. It's 5:30. But they would see success because they start to realize all the things that maybe you're doing out of a sense of, oh my gosh, it's a great deal or anything. So if you give yourself a limit, it really, really helps you. And sometimes I've had people where they feel like if they do that, maybe they feel like they work so hard that if they're doing that, that maybe it is not gonna, it just really deflates them. Some people feel that way. So then I say, okay, go through, and if you do something 3 times a week, move it to once a week. If you do something every week, could you move it to once a month? So, for example, maybe you go out to eat every Friday night. What if you decided to make the pizza at home and try, get the little, whatever it is, and you decide to not go out and get the pizza or the out to dinner or whatever it is. And for that, here's another trick. I called it the cash diet, which means for things that you have a budget. So maybe you go, okay, I want to give myself $25 a week for this. And you want to bring the whole family in. So I just have to tell you, when you're trying to change a behavior, if you have a goal around it and why you're doing it, like maybe we want to really buy something as a family. We want to go on a vacation as a family. Um, you know, whatever it is, what we want to be able to do, this one thing that we've been trying to do for several years. Okay. Um, then if everybody has, like, so you can even bring the kids in on it. And when you send them to do something or whatever it is, you give them like, okay, you got $5 or you got $25. I know $5 really doesn't go very many places, but there's these things that you do. Amazon's a really big one these days. So even maybe saying, okay, I'm only going to spend this amount on Amazon, or I'm going to take a break for 1 week on Amazon. Like don't make it so hard that, like when people quit sugar and carbs and everything, sometimes they can do it, but then it's really hard because they feel like they're missing out on things of everyday life, like just going and eating something or something like that. So what I've found is, and a cash diet means you pull the money out and you have it earmarked for certain things and you spend that. I would challenge you to do that one time with your grocery bill. I have done that recently, um, and I actually didn't even do it from a standpoint. It was one of those things where my debit card wasn't working, and so I just took cash. It really has you be more aware of what you're buying and what you're not. And I grabbed my little old school calculator, and everything I put in, I had a list when I went grocery shopping, and everything that I put in it, I added up because I knew that I was going to pay cash for it. Another way to do it, if you just have to use like Amazon or a lot of these ones that are online, is you put money in your PayPal or you put money in your Cash App, but only give the amount that is you're going to spend for the whole week. So like if you're like, I'm giving myself a budget of $200, I'm giving myself a limit for every week or for the month of $200 on any of my TikTok shop or Amazon or all those different things. And then you have the cash that's going to pull out and you have to stay on a budget, right? Don't attach it to a bank account. Look at that amount you have in there and stay to it. So I went a little over with this one again because I could just go on and on and on. I hope that, let me know, a shout out. I love to know where you guys are joining from. Um, let me know if you have any questions, or even like, okay, I like this one, or yeah, I really would like to know about this. So I'm definitely, sometimes I notice when I come on, it's like this one's a little deeper. So I'm trying to stay to 5 minutes, but this one was 10. So we will see you tomorrow, and for TJIF, and I will bring another tip. Bye. Okay, let's try this again. Bye.